What a doozy of work. We're here with another live stream for you guys today. Another transfer stream. It's Friday. Everyone's just waking up in the UK, the US, waking up soon. If you're from Australia, India, all that. We're getting into the night time, so it's Friday night, guys. It's a massive transfer stream we got today. We're going to talk Fofana, Skriniar, the other guy who's a 3 foot. I don't know what his name is. I think he goes by Jules. I don't know the guy's name, but all I know is he's 3'4". We're going to be discussing a lot more transfer news. Chelsea are playing that Italian club tomorrow as well, so we're going to deep dive into a preview on that. So let's roll the intro and then let's get into today's stream. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
And we're back, guys, here with another live stream for you guys today. We're going to be discussing a lot of Chelsea news today. So before you guys, before I start the stream, I want everyone right now to like the stream, comment below everyone's opinions. I want to get everyone involved. This is an interactive stream, and definitely subscribe if you're new. We are on. Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look sub count. Can we get? As I said, can we get 500 by the end of the month? This might be the last stream by the end of the month. So let's see if we can get 500 subs. Make sure to share wide and far, like, comment, subscribe, guys. It's all free. It's all easy. Let's read the chat. Let's get to the chat. And then we'll deep dive in today's first topic. But we've got Gopal. Be able to Gopal, man. Hope you're well. I'm doing well, man. You know, it's frustrating being a Chelsea fan, but in the real life, it's all good. We've got Silva in here. Be able to Silva. Hi, man. Not Fofana. Not sure. We're going to deep dive into Fofana. And I'm going to give my opinion on it and where I stand, and we'll get everyone else's opinion and see what everyone else is saying on it. Carla says like stream. Yes, guys, do make sure to like that stream. And if you're new as well, do subscribe. Guys, turn that notification bell on. I've seen people message me and they go, they don't get notifications, and I go, oh, blah blah blah, why, and then I realize that they don't have the notification bell on. So guys, do make sure you have that bell on so you can get involved, and join Arsenal in the stream. So make sure to do all that good stuff. Liam Lamb, good to see Liam Lamb in the chat. Always good to see Liam in the chat. Appreciate you joining. I'll be up to you, man. I am very well. Where's Kounde going? So, guys, the Barca fans have subscribed. The Barca fans have put the notifications on. They're coming back, and we're gonna deep dive into Kounde. We got Concierge. Always good to see Concierge in the house. Has been on that smash like button if you want Georgie captain. We should be having already 15 likes, guys, if you want the GOAT Jorginho captain, because like it or hate it, respect our captain Jorginho. So he's gonna be our captain next season. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to use the don't disrespect our captain, because every time I will criticize Aspi, it's you can't talk bad about Aspi. He's our captain, so I can't wait to use that same knowledge to when Jorginho has the arm badge, because it's looking like Azpilicueta is leaving, and I should forgot to add that in the title. I completely forgot, but Fabrizio just reported on it a couple hours ago. But actually, I'll get that as one of our points for today. Will be Azpilicueta. We have Bill in here. Big up to Bill. Good to see you here again. Hope you well. I want to hear your thoughts, your feelings on everything that's been going on. But we'll get into the first news, guys. I'm just trying to see where was that Azpilicueta news from Fab? I'm not sure where he has put it. Oh, here it is. But we'll go into the first news. We'll go into the first news, guys. 8 people in here. When everyone's smashing like buttons right now. It's Jules Kounde, guys. Jules Kounde. It's come out that apparently we didn't even bid for him. I really haven't investigated that too much because I've been quite busy today. I haven't really had time to look at a lot of stuff. But I saw yesterday before I was going to sleep that apparently he wasn't bidded from Chelsea. Makes me question, people saying, I was personally saying that this is a massive Tuchel signing. Tuchel, was a massive fan of this guy. And I think Tuchel liked him. If we're talking numerical value, I can't give you a numerical value, but I can say categorical, he was one of the top targets for sure. But again, when we are very slow with it, again, we're messing around. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what was going on in our board, in the club, what's happening. I don't know. But from what I've seen is we have no clue what we want, man. Because we were prioritizing Ake, then we went to Kounde, and then Apparently, we didn't sign Kounde because we were prioritizing Ake. So it's like, which one was it? Which one was it? I think everything was all over the place for us in particular. I think Barca, the main reason they got him is because of the manager's approval, because the manager did call him and discuss terms with him. And when you've got the manager approval physically, like from word to word, the player would always respect that. The player would always respect a call from the manager saying, I want you, you're a good player, you're in my plans, come to the team. And that will always beat money and everything. Respect is always more than money. But we look on our side, again, did we even make the bid? I just said, I'm not up to date, man. I have no clue. I was going to research now, but I have not had time. So I want everyone to let me know. What I've heard is that we didn't even bid, which, again, I just report what people say. I don't make stuff up. I just report what people say. People say that we made a bid. I will take it as I will. I'm not a journalist. I just, say what as it is. With the current save I scored, something Aspi is a big mistake. We'll get into Aspi because I'm going to have a deep dive in Aspi. So I want to pin your comment. I'll come back to that. We got Jay now. Speak to Jay. Hope you're well, Jay. Let me know your thoughts on it. He says we have no plan in the transfer window. And I think Jay, you're on that. And I've said that multiple times that we don't have a plan. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we don't want. We don't know. And I've said that there's 5 questions to this. There's 5 reasons why we have no clue. Is it 1? Is it the manager? Is it 2? Is it the board? Is it 3? Not having facilities on the board? Is it 4? We have too many players in the squad that the manager doesn't want to get rid of? Or there's 5? The manager has no clue. There is a lot of reasons why, and I don't think there's one answer to it. But the main reason is we do not have a clue why Tuchel is not making signings. Or Bowie. Again, I've given those 5 questions, and I want everyone to make, everyone has a different answer, but we don't know the real answer. I don't think we'll find it out. Goppel says Todd Bowie must be pissed off Laporte at dinner in their meeting. Yeah, I mean, the meeting was about, it was about Aspi and Alonso, and pretty much like he went all the way to Spain just to discuss technically a free transfer and the player worth 10 mil, which was surprising or over that. I think there was something under the line there. I'm not sure what else they discussed, but Bowie's having more dinners than making signings, man. Like, come on, man. I get it. He needs to connect. I get it. He needs to make connections. But if you do go to those dinners, make sure you get a positive outcome. And we'll see in the coming weeks if you did get a positive outcome. All the evidence points to we didn't even bid for him, and that's why Sevilla took the Barca bid, as it was the only one on the table. It never made sense to that Sevilla took a little bit. And anyway, I always assumed, why would Sevilla take that little bid? So why were we hearing? And this has another question. Why were we hearing that we made the bid? Why were we hearing it? Why did we hear journalists saying, "Oh, we've made a 55 minute"? Like, why? Why was that? As concierge say, Fraud Law and Dan McCarthy quiet in the last 2 days. Oh, Dan McCarthy, Fab, Matt Law, that like this transfer stuff. I think the thing with Matt Law is that Matt Law has the insights. I never protect a journalist. I never like, oh, this guy's the best. They're all inconsistent. Every single one of them, right? But I think the thing with Matt Law, I'm not going to support him, but I think the problem with him is that Chelsea hyped it up. I think Chelsea was like, Matt, we've got Nkunde, we're going to get him, blah, blah, blah. And then Matt Law goes, all right, for the headline, I'm going to say that, we made a signing. So I think it's just again, it just comes back to that it's all over the place. It's just everywhere that we aren't structurally in one position. Like, we're turning left and then right and then backwards and then straight. We're not just going in one direction. We're going all over the place. And that's just sums up our window. This signing sums up our window that, number one, the journalists have no clue. Number two, we are running this transfer window in the wrong way. It's like guys, I don't know, but us Chelsea fans have been out in our own Chelsea bubble because of just how confusing the transfer window is. It's just too much. It's too much to handle. Every day there's a new link, there's a new interest, there's a new bid. But at the end of the day, we've only made 2 bids or 1 bid that we haven't got, and that's Rafinha. Like, do we even bid for Rafinha? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why would Bowie get rid of Marina each with that? I agree. I was all for Marina and Czech leaving. I said Bowie would have done a good job if he had backup. but there was no one there to support him. I thought he would have got someone in straight away. I'm all for Saka, Marino, and Czech. I don't care about those guys, but make sure to replace them. Taking those from David. That's why I was always afraid. To be honest, David honestly never spoke about Kounde. Surprisingly, sees from my point of view, I was never excited when Matt Law said Kounde is joining the Blues. If you know, David Ornstein is the most credible journalist in England and has not said one word. I agree. I mean, David Ornstein, and we were all questioning that, like, why didn't he say anything? But David Ornstein doesn't really report on a lot of things. Like, if you compare Fabrizio to David Ornstein is the athletic journalist. He'll report when, like, it's either very big or very close. I'm not taking away that he has a lot of insights, but we don't see 15, 16 tweets a day from him, unlike Fabrizio Romano. But as I said, I don't have 100% trust in any journalists. I keep them all consistent. I'll follow here and there. I just get whatever news there is, and then we discuss it, and you give your own opinion on it. That's all you can. That's all you can really do. We got VJ now. We got Sports Wire. I was on his channel yesterday, guys. So if you want to go watch it on replay, go check out Sports Wire. Hang on. Hang on. Go check his channel there. Sports Wire. I was on there yesterday. We had great discussion. Go check that out right now. Santos says Jeremy has been good, bro. Fuck that guy twerking on his show. I fucking hate Jeremy, man. He's so annoying. I don't know. It's just his voice. Like, I don't know what he says because he speaks Spanish, but his voice is just so annoying. I hate his voice. Piss me off. Twerking on stream and oh my god. Damn, Macca Sports has not been relevant since 2020. Since Frank Lamb, because I think remember he had close connections to Frank. So after Frank left, he hasn't made any good deals. He hasn't made anything new. He has been irrelevant since 2020. Also, was first to rate the Rafinha the release. Yeah, like again, they're really here and there. One journalist will get it right, another one won't. Like they're not consistent. Maybe David Ornstein's a very consistent one. I don't know. I don't know track records. I don't care. I don't care, to be honest. I'll look at anyone. If there's news, whatever. If he has a good track record, I'll believe it. Blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it's not 100% until the players hold the shirt. As people say, and I hate that saying. Oh, I don't trust news until the guys holding the shirt. All right, good on you. Good on you. This stream is for a discussion stream. People come in here and they go, "Oh, I don't really trust until the player holds the shirt." Yeah, good on you. But this is a discussion stream, so I'll hear like a little, one quote. Oh, Chelsea are interested in this player, and then we'll have a discussion on it. And it's disgusting, man. It really is. Now, yeah, let's talk about the player itself. The player, Kounde. I mean, if now we're hearing that Chelsea didn't even make a bid for him, he has every right to go to Barcelona. It's now this is all 100% our fault. 110% our fault. Like there's no one else to blame here. Why did we not go in for Jules Kounde? Why? I don't care if it wasn't even a Tuchel top target. Like we just still need numbers. Like it comes to my next point that Fofana, I don't care who comes in. I don't care. We have failed De Ligt, Kimpembe, Kounde. 3 centre backs. Guardiola. 4. We failed to sign 4 centre backs, guys. 4 centre backs we failed to sign. That just tells me that either 1, Tuchel has no idea what he wants. Number 2, we either have no pool. Number 3, players are too expensive. Or number 4, Tuchel doesn't want them. What is the answer to these guys? I can't sit here and answer. I don't know why. So from now, like I don't care who comes in. Beggars cannot be choosers. We were choosers. Under Roman, I'm not going to say under Roman because I don't want to compare the two owners, but I want to say previous years and coming into this year, May, April, every April and May, Chelsea fans come together and we, all go, who do you want in the transfer window? And we'll choose. We'll be choosers, right? We'll go, I want this guy. I like the way he plays. I hope he comes. And we always have a feeling this player might join us because we're a big club. This season, we're acting like an Everton and an Aston Villa. We're not acting anything big. We're now beggars. We are begging for people to do, not literally begging, but we're giving what comes to us. We're not chasing it. If a player wants to leave, Chelsea will be the first one to jump in. Sterling, he wanted to leave. I understand Sterling was a Tuchel signing, yeah, but we can't compete with clubs at the moment. I don't know why. As I said, it goes back to my 15th, 16th question. Like, there's just so many questions to this, guys. I just don't know why we aren't signing these players. Jules Kounde is especially a very good player. Take away the fact Tuchel wanted him or not, he's still a very good player. He is a very good player. Ornstein was the one who broke Koulibaly. Frollo knew nothing about it. Frollo. Brown envelopes. Forget Fofana. We're not getting him less than over 80 million. And yeah, I guess we'll go on to Fofana now. Where's my Fofana thing? How can you say that with a month to go? No, and Liam, yeah, exactly right. I can't really sit here and go, who does Tuchel want? But Liam, let's look at the players now that we can physically get. Fofana, Skriniar, and Pavard, right? I don't mind any of those players because I said I don't care who comes in. But these aren't options 1, 2, and 3. These are options 6, 7, and 8. Pavard, Skriniar, Fofana are 5, 6, and 7. These guys aren't a number of 1, 2, and 3s. So, again, I don't care what numbers these guys are. But I'm just sitting here and saying, why aren't we going for the top targets? The A-list defenders. De Ligt, Kumpempe, Kounde, Gariol, like these guys. Why didn't we? Like, I'm not here complaining to an extent. I'm here more questioning why. What's the reason? I've been saying it every single stream, guys. It's the 5th time I'm saying this. I have 5, 6 different questions, and I want to know the answer to why we're not signing these players. What's the reason? The Leeds deal. I mean, if we made a bid then, why did Leeds take a lower offer? Because Leeds paid 45 million for Rafinha. Was that a play? Like, again, I'm not even going to discuss that because I think we already know the answer. By the way, delusional fans think Barca can't register the player. Just said La Liga president came out and said Barca doing the right thing to get. Really? Are you serious right now? You really think the Barcelona president's going to come out and go, or the La Liga president's going to come out and go, yeah, Barcelona are in trouble. Barcelona, of course not. Barcelona are the ones who give them money. Barcelona are in trouble. They got to sell Frenkie de Jong to then register their own players. I fear Aston Villa, Newcastle, West Ham will give us a hard time getting top 6. I don't think top 6 is going to be an issue. As I said, I said this with VJ yesterday. I said this on Lewis's stream as well. That when we are underdogs, when we are, example, playing bad, Chelsea is shit, blah, 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 from rivals, we perform to the extent. We perform maximum. And right now, we are underdogs. Rival fans are saying we're going to finish 5th and 6th. When Chelsea fans had that when Chelsea players go, these guys didn't think, these guys think we're going to lose. Chelsea fans come out and they play like prime Barcelona, play like prime Real Madrid, prime Chelsea. They play like prime teams. So when we are underdogs, we are going to play very well. And I really think we're going to finish 3rd. I still say it. Despite how shit our team is, despite how many players we need, I still think we finish 3rd if we don't get any players. But we still need players. Mendy, brother, calling us bloggers. Not sure what that means. Be able to coach well. Be able to coach Chilla. I'll pop the link when I end the stream, and you guys go to Coach Chilla's link like I always do when I finish. We never bid for delete either, but if you pay them money, they're talking about Fofana, then I would question why exactly 80 million for Fofana is fuck, man. I'm not paying 80 million for fucking Fofana. I'm gonna be honest with you, mate. Like, as I said, if we were linked to these players, alright, Fofana, who cares? But we were linked to De Ligt, we were linked to Kounde. I would have paid 80 million for Kounde. I'll be serious. I would have bought how he's a release clause for 75 million. I think Kounde's a better player than Fofana. I think Fofana's great. I would take him. I love his aggression. I love his strength. But for 80 million, I wouldn't take that. Or I'll take a Kounde. Or I'll take a De Ligt. Like, we had those options. Why didn't we exceed it? Matt, you're complaining. I mean, I am complaining. Like, but I'm more questioning. I'm not complaining. Like, I'm disappointed in a sense. I'm disappointed, because I can't sit and complain like I have a say in this. I'm disappointed and I'm questioning why we didn't sign these players, and then we're getting linked with players who aren't valued at this much. But we don't know, Matt, because the journalists have been spinning lies all along. Exactly, like as I've said, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna make this clear, guys. People say we can't trust journalists. We can't trust this. That is 100% correct. We cannot trust journalists. But do you guys trust the news? No. But you look at the news. They give you the news. You dictate how you want to view the news. If a journalist comes out and says Chelsea have signed blah 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 blah, right? They're making it the news, whether it's real or fake. You got to dictate how you view that news. And I said before previously, as a content creator, giving to you guys, I would take the most little news, like Fofana, because this isn't going to happen, and give and spread the opinions on it. But these journalists, they'll come out and they just do it for the clicks, right? So now you got to think, okay, who does it for the clicks? Who doesn't? As a viewer, someone like Liam Lane here, he's a hardcore Chelsea fan. He loves the club. He wants to know what's going on. He will view the journalist's views by dictating it from himself. A lot of these fans, they go in and they see some guy named, I don't know, Mr. Mark Cater. They see Mark Cater and they go, Mark Cater reported Chelsea is going to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. Go, who's this Mark guy? The Chelsea fans dictate the news very bad. They just jump to the conclusion. And you guys got to get a smart mentality of dictating the right and wrong news. That's what I gotta say to Chelsea fans. Dembele's coming to Chelsea, didn't he sign it? I'm not gonna say who said that, but someone said that Dembele is a Chelsea player. But again, guys, like that person has got some stuff right and some stuff wrong. Like, let's keep it consistent. Every journalist is gonna get some stuff right. But when you put a claim like that out, when you have no clue, it's just as I said, guys, you dictate how you want to view the news when these journalists come out and say stuff. Chelsea don't have a team this year. I think we have a team, but we don't have depth. Like, if we were to start our first starting 11, right, and magically in a dream world, none of these players ever get injured and they play 100% every game, of course, I think we will come second, right? But we have zero depth. Thiago Silva's not going to be playing every single game. Jorginho can't play every single game. Reece James can't play every single game. Chilwell's come back from an ACL. So we have a team, but we don't have a depth team. Big up to Matthew Lee Benjamin. Good to see you, man. Hope you are well. I want to hear your thoughts and your views on everything that's been going on. Chelsea, big up to Sarchis. The Chelsea should sign Nathan Ake. Will be very good for Chelsea. Ake is staying at Manchester City. He's not going to be leaving the club. Big up to Aaron, who says, I think Fofana would be better than Kounde in the Prem. I mean, yeah, because Fofana's Premier League proven, and I always like Premier League proven. I always say that. There's the Bundesliga tax, there's the Serie A tax, But with defenders, I'll sit and say, not even defenders, anyone, right? If they fit the system, you will thrive. And Kounde fits our system very much. Very, very. Out of every single defender we're linked with, Kounde would fit our system very, very much. Hate him, love him, whatever you think of him, he fits our system. Why? Because he's a defender who can drag the ball up. He's a defender who's very fast. He's a defender that fits our system in a back three. He's playing the back three. Fofana, I think Leicester actually played in the back three. If I don't recall. But again, Kounde fits our system very, very well. I'm not saying Fofana doesn't, but I'm saying Premier League, proven, I take that as a factor, but I look at also the player and I go, if they fit the system, they will thrive even more. So, even with attackers, like in Kuku, I didn't want to sign in Kuku because he's Bundesliga attack. And he doesn't really fit the system. If you look at someone like Diego Jota or not Darwin Nunes, he's fucking garbage. The other guy, Luis Diaz from Liverpool. These guys came from a lower league, and the reason they thrive is because they fit Klopp's system. They will Klopp backings. They will Klopp signings. So Klopp knew these guys were going to perform. If Tuchel are bringing these signings like Sterling, Koulibaly, they're here to play in the system. So what I've just said is that they should be thriving. So anyone Tuchel brings in should be thriving. Why? Because they fit the system. Um, 80 mil too much for a player who has big injury. God knows, would be the same with Chilwell. Exactly. Like, I think I saw a clip today. Just quickly, I was searching for Fofana's name to get a picture up like this, and I was searching up, and someone it was someone's podcast. They do on Patreon. They had a little clip, and someone said that Fofana would be great, but despite his injury, he'll still be fine. I think 80 million for Fofana is way too much, and Gopu sums it up here correctly. He could be a great player. I think he's a great player, but that broken leg is a factor. that we must look at. Even Chilwell tearing his ACL, we don't know if Chilwell will come back to 100%. I think it's too early to bid as a big sum of money on a player. We don't know how he's going to perform post injury. Journalists has to get it right every time. They have to, but they don't. Like don't. It's like the news. They don't get the news gets like if you watch CNN, everything they say is rubbish, but they still get clicks and views. Like as I said, the journalists just come for the headlines, and people will believe it. They will believe it. Like I will believe it. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm not the one. In the transfer market. I don't have contacts. I don't know. So they was assuming, as I've said, journalists report the news. You dictate how you want to view the news, and you learn from experience. You learn from that journalist. You learn from previous transfers how it works. And just because I don't have insights doesn't mean I know maybe how a transfer works. That's what I'm saying. Journalists is a hit or miss. A lot of them, they do it for the clicks. That's the only reason they'll fake this news is for the clicks. We up to AJR Studio says Chelsea will finish top four. Yes, I still think we finish top four. I still think we finish from either the second to fourth. I don't think we finish first, but we do finish top four. I don't think we will. 10 Premier League proven is no guarantee. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Premier League proven, I would take that as a factor. Like, I would prefer a Premier League proven player. Maybe if I was to say, let's say Sterling or Nkuku, I would rather a Sterling because he's Premier League proven. Now, it's not guaranteed, but it's a factor. It's a factor in determining a player. But it doesn't mean it's like, oh, he's Premier League proven, he's going to come and thrive. If I bring in, let's say, what's his name? Let's say Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa, right? He's a traditional number 9. Just because he's Premier League proven, he's not going to fit our system. He's not going to work. Lukaku's Premier League proven, but he didn't fit our system. So you got to either one, be Premier League proven. That's a factor. But the main one is fit the system. If you fit the system, you will thrive. And the thing is, you only see that majority of the times with Liverpool and City players is their players thriving. Some of them, but majority Liverpool. Why? Is because their manager backs signings. If the manager backs the signing, that means the manager has investigated that player can fit their own system. Lukaku, Saul, they were board signings. Tuchel didn't want those guys, and that's why they both flopped. Lukaku might have been Premier League proven, and we go, yeah, all right, all right, he's Premier League proven. That's a factor, but it's not a guarantee. 100% right. Big up Ilias in here. Big up to Ilias, man. Hope you are well. Big up to you, man. And guys, we're on 16 likes to 2016 here. Let's get the 20 likes, guys. I would appreciate if you get the 20 likes. Chelsea fan, Barca fan, football fan, liking and subscribing is very important. I appreciate everyone doing that. Rahul, big up to Rahul, bro. Always here to support you, man. Big up to Rahul, bro. I appreciate that, my man. Let me know how you are as well. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on Fofana. What's your thoughts on that? But I'll give my thoughts on Fofana, guys. I've always said beggars can't be choosers. Chelsea can't be beggars. Chelsea can't be choosers anymore. This window, we are not choosers. We are a bit different this window, and as I said, that comes down to a lot of points. But looking at Fofana, he's 6th, 7th choice. Does that disclaimer that he's a bad player? No, he's a fantastic player. I will take him. Despite his injury, I would have got him in instantly, right? If it was a good price. But let's look at the realistic standpoint. £80 million. He's just broken his leg. He's on the return. Will I bring him in? No. I want to see how he clicks in the Premier League. I don't want to take the risk. 80 million for a player who just broke their leg. If this guy wasn't from the Premier League, everyone would be saying no. If this was a Kounde, everyone would be saying no. If this was a Delict, everyone would be saying no. If this was Koulibaly, people would be saying no. I don't want to risk a major sum of money for a player who just broke their leg. I would rather, as I said, go for much other options. This would not even be in my top 5 of Fofana. Not because he's a bad player, it's because of what he just had previously. It's the other factors. If we took away the injury, this guy would be top 5, 100%. But we look at the injury, we look at the price. It's too much. It's too much money. And it questions, and I think Liam said this before, why are we going for and spending 80 million on a Fofana when we could have spent 80 million on a functioning Delict who would have been our captain in a couple of seasons, or we could have paid the release clause of Kounde, or we could have spent some of that money on a or spend that money to on what's the guy's name from Leipzig or Kempembe. I mean, Kempembe didn't want to leave, but the money always talks. So if you wanted to overspend, that's fine, but overspend it on the right player. I don't think 80 million for Fofana is a good sum of money. Yes, he was. The last time the defender was from Leicester was sold for 80 million, he was the biggest flop. Don't want that in that club. Please, Bowie. I don't. Number one, I don't think this happens anyway. I don't think we go for Fofana. Leicester want him, and I don't think it comes. I don't think it comes at all. I think this is very, 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 very highly unlikely. If it does happen, great. Whatever. Don't care. But it just makes me question why didn't we go for other players who are higher priority and higher and better players. But I don't think it happens. To be honest. So there was some. Of course, they're gonna get it wrong. Of course they are. Like half of the journalists aren't directly involved. There's only like 4 or 5 when you really think about it. Like there's not gonna be. There's like 50 journalists that just report on Chelsea. You think all 50 are linked to Chelsea? No, come on. But now, big up the coach, man. Hope you're well, coach. I want to hear your thoughts on Fofana, coach. Probably jump in your stream if you do shoot me the link. Later tonight, and I will share your stream when I finish my stream. I always do that, and I get a lot of people from my stream on your stream, which is good to see. Not reading that. It's too much money for that guy, says Jeffrey. Big up to Jeffrey, man. I agree. I think it's too much money. And Julian says here, big up to Julian. Good to see you again, mate. Do smash that like button. Guys, we're still on 18 likes. We've got 30 people in here. Are you serious right now, guys? Are you serious right now? Only some people get that. But guys, come on, let's smash that like button. But Julian says Chelsea's always been good with underrated players or with clever signings. Stop the hype around big players. I mean, yeah, you could say we've done good with as you said underrated players. I don't disagree. But I'm just thinking of our. I'm trying to give an example from our attack who was underrated, but actually they were all kind of rated players. I think you could say Chua was an underrated, Silva, Jorginho. I think the guy was him, Kepa Arrizabalaga. But nah, I get the hype around big players, but I would prefer a big player if he's for the good if he's for the right price. I'm not gonna go spend 80 million for Fofana. We get it. Inflation's bad, but it's not that bad. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Next piece of news, guys. Barcelona will push again for Cesar Azpilicueta in the next days. Aspi wants Barca move. He's gonna be professional with Chelsea, so it depends on 2 clubs. Jules Kounde, but I don't give a fuck about that other guy. What was that comment? Goalkeeper says with the current state of our squad, selling Aspi is a big mistake. And I actually tend to agree. I want Aspi out. I think Aspi, legend to our club, put a massive frame or like if we're do we even have like a legends thing? I don't even know, but he goes in the 100%, goes in the legends books, no doubt about it, 100% in the legends books. This guy's a legend to us, but he's on the decline. Unfortunately, let's look realistically. He is on the decline. So I would sell him, but I wouldn't sell him without getting a replacement. Like, I would have got him out if we got Kounde. Because this guy can't play right with me. He is technically our right centre back. He was our starter right centre back. So I would have sold him if we got a Kounde. But we're not getting a Kounde. So I'm all for selling our players, but I want replacements for that position. And we heard that rumor. I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true, but we wanted to do a 1 in, 1 out rule. Especially, so once we get the player out, then we get a new player in. So I hope if we get Aspi out, then we get someone in. But if we don't, we're going to be in massive, massive trouble. I do not want to see that. Julian says we need a proper sport director. I agree. We need a head of sport director. We don't have one. We don't have a personnel there. And I've always questioned that. Why didn't Bowie, despite how much I dislike Marina, why didn't Bowie go and instantly replace her? Or just keep it to the end of the summer? Like, I don't know, man. Guys, we got 30 people in here and only 19 likes, guys. Come on. I'm going to have to wait, guys. I'm going to have to wait till we get to 30 likes. 20 likes at least before we move on to the next topic. So, smash that like button, guys. Get your point, but right now we aren't getting anyone we are linked to centre backs in the world. God knows if they would join us as well. Looking at the club, say Tuchel does not get involved. Again, it goes back to my questions. Is it Tuchel? Is it the board? I don't know. Why are we getting linked? I don't know. But I would assume we would definitely progress very highly on that position if Aspie leaves. Because we can't sell Aspie and move and continue the season. Definitely not. Definitely not. We cannot continue this season without an Aspie, like just a personnel there. Because Christensen was probably you know the secondary centre back for Aspie. Aspie was the main right centre back. But Fabrizio says, "Oh well, Laporta on De Jong says Frenkie is Barca player. We want him to stay. He wants to stay. We've received important bids for him, but he's our player. Salary budget situation. So we will do our best to keep Frenkie at Barca, and I hope he'll do the same." Well, this guy obviously wants to stay at Barcelona just so he can get his money. He wants his money. Who doesn't want his money? He got 17 million, and then I think 17 million they owe him, and he's supposed to get 20 million next season. So it's about 60 million he's owed. That's a major sum of money. So the reason why he wants De Jong out, and I think he's pushing him out, is so they can free up the wages, so then they can register players like Christina and Kounde, because he can't register these players with Frenkie de Jong there. So I would take Frenkie de Jong any day of the week. People who don't, I don't know what your problem is, but this is a class player, and unfortunately, we will help Barcelona, but we would also be helping our team, Chelsea Football Club, as well, because he coming in will definitely help us. So I want to know your thoughts, guys, on Frenkie de Jong. Will we get him? Because I always said if they got Kounde, I would assume Frenkie will come to us, because Barcelona are not going to keep him. Like, they're trying to force him out, playing him in centre back. Like, he can play in centre back, but it's not his major position. But that's what they're doing. They're forcing him to play that centre back role, and they're just forcing him there. Ilya says Kepa is I'm gonna read that, goalkeeper in the league. This guy is gonna be the new starter for Leicester City, man. And I'm putting him around my FPL team if he does. But he's better than, where's that other thing? Is that Firmino? He's better than what's the other guy's name? I don't even know that shitty secondary keeper you guys have. I don't know. Yeah, but he's ass. Kepa's better. Gomez says, I don't blame De Jong, to be fair. Looking at the players and supporting project, why would he join United and Chelsea? Barca is miles ahead of them to compete for all trophies. Yeah, I agree. I think, and he also loves the club. I think he had a great relationship with Koeman. Koeman made him very much like the club, and he wouldn't want to leave. And I don't think he does want to leave. The only person who wants him to leave is Barcelona board, because they don't want to pay him 60 million in wages and fees. So I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what situation will happen here. As Laporta says, Frenkie is a Barca player. They want him to stay, and Frenkie does want to stay. I don't think that's wrong. I think that's highly correct. Frenkie does want to stay, but they can't sign any players until he's gone. So it doesn't add up. I mean, obviously, what Laporta says here is not true. They want him out, but Frenkie wants to stay. So it's just going to be back and forth between the board and Frenkie. But I assume by the end of the window, Frankie's gone. I assume it. And I think the only club he will come to is Chelsea, because it's only Chelsea and United that are really in for him. And he's not going United. He's not going United. He's not playing Europa League football. Young, same player as Jorginho, but much younger and long-term future for the club. I think De Jong's a bit different than Jorginho. I think Jorginho is De Jong is more of a bit of an attacking-minded player. Barca fans said he can, the reason that he never flopped. People say he flopped at Barcelona. He did not flop. Under Valverde, under Koeman, and under not Enrique, that guy from Betis, he wasn't bad. It's just now Xavi who has kind of forced him back to centre back, forced him around the plate, and he's played him more higher up the pitch. That's why he's been a bit bad. He is a central defensive midfielder. He can play as a six. Why? Because at the start of his career, he started as a centre back. Ajax, he moved to a DM. He has defensive qualities. Look at Chalobah. You guys want Chalobah to play CDM? Chalobah has defensive qualities. The difference between Chalobah and Frenkie de Jong is much, much different, but a centre back can become a CDM if they have a lot of control. Now, De Jong, he's not the slowest guy. He's he's got a lot of good ball control, and he has defensive qualities. So who says he can't play CDM? For me, he can 100% play CDM, and I think he'll work very well in our squad as a upcoming replacement for Jorginho when he leaves. So I would take him any day of the week, or I'll take him over than Rice. I would have preferred Tushimeni because Tushimeni could have played 6 and an 8. But De Jong's also one who can push up the pitch as well. That's something we've been wanting, right? Because Jorginho isn't one to really push up. He's more of a guy who would just sit back. So if you want someone to push up on the pitch a bit more, then De Jong's that player who can. I would love to see a Jorginho De Jong pivot. That would work so well. Or De Jong Kovacic. Like that would be fantastic. And we would have a solid midfield then. We will have 3 solid midfielders, not 2, because at the moment we only have 2. We will have 3. But guys, we have 45 people in here and we're on 21 likes. Let's get to 30 likes, guys. Come on. 30 likes at least, guys. Come on. Yes, I would take him every time, but it's impossible to know what will happen as he doesn't know himself. Yeah, I mean, no one knows, but like, in my opinion, I would say he'll probably leave. That's speaking on logic, but Barcelona don't speak on logic. These guys are all over the place, so I don't know. As I said, time will tell. Rahul says to be honest, Mendy is on forward watch. 100%. 100%. And the reason why I don't want Kepa leaving this summer is because Mendy is on forward watch. He has not been performing well whatsoever. And why would I sell the most unprioritized position right now? The keepers, we don't need to sign any more keepers, man. We're fine in that position. So we have a defense and a midfield and a striker position, an attacking position to fix. Why would I take my main focus on selling the only person who can compete with Mendy, giving him competition to thrive better, who is Kepa Arrizabalaga, and then not signing another secondary keeper? Because who is on the market that can come in and compete with Mendy? If we were in June, I would have said I would have loved an Areola, and I would have loved Navas or a Nick Pope, possibly a Nick Pope, if that ever happened. But these 3 are now all at a club. So there is no one on the market right now to come in and compete with Mendy. Kepa has to stay because Kepa is the only one realistically who can at least have a chance to compete with Mendy if you're given the opportunity, because he was not given any opportunity last time under Tuchel, and that's one major mistake. That's one criticism I give on Tuchel, not giving Kepa a chance when Mendy was horrible. Be up to Leisure, who says if Young stays, Barca will go under. I'm not sure where they go under, but if you mean if Young stays, then they owe him 60 million and they can't register players. So that's one thing, man. If you're a Barca fan, like, just realize what they're doing to De Jong, they can do to Kounde. It's literally you perform. If you don't perform, they will force you out. Like, they will force you out, or they won't pay you. It's pretty much blackmail. Like, if let's say Christensen has a shocker half a season, right? Come again next August, right? He's had a horrible season, right? Let's say. Barcelona are gonna say we're not gonna give you wages, right? That's it. Oh, we can't afford it. No wages for you. And then Christensen will have to leave on his own will because he's not getting paid. So it's pretty much blackmail. And then what they'll do behind Christensen's back is they'll go and sign more players. So it's pretty much you have to perform or you're out. You perform or you don't get paid. It's blackmail. It's what they are doing is disgusting. If you support a club like that, that is disgusting. Agree on Mendy. If his form doesn't pick up, we will be looking at a keeper next summer. And again, that's something I don't want to do. I don't want to look at another keeper next summer. We have so many more problems. Let's keep Kepa. Let's put Kepa on that fucking pitch to say to Mendy, you're not fucking invincible. You're a fucking player like every single other player. You have competition. If Kepa does good, fucking keep playing that guy. If Kepa does bad, all right, then that's a problem to fix then. But when Kepa was on that pitch in January, he was very, very good. It's just that fucking stupid penalty that is now, oh, he missed the penalty. Mendy can't even fucking save a penalty. Mendy can't even kick a fucking ball, and you're complaining that our keeper didn't score a penalty. Mendy wouldn't even get any of the goals. Mendy would have kicked it fucking sideways. So don't tell me that our keeper missed a penalty. It's fucking just embarrassing what Tuchel's doing and what the fans are thinking. Mendy needs to have. We need to have a conversation on Mendy because I will go for another keeper next summer if there's an option. If Neves wants to leave PSG, I would take Neves. I don't care how old he is. I will take Neves. A roller. If Schmeichel wanted to come to us, I will take Schmeichel right now, instantly, in a heartbeat. We need players to have competition. Why do you think Kai Havertz is shit? Because Kai Havertz has no competition. He has nothing. He has no one to compete against. That's probably why our tech's so shit, because everyone's so fucking bad that there's no one to compete against, because they're all fucking individually bad. Competition is what thrives a player, and Mendy especially has had no competition to thrive himself, to push himself to the limit. I would keep Kepa. Or get, like, as I said, get another keeper. I'm not a Kepa. If I was a Kepa fan, I would go, Kepa, get the fuck out of this club because you're being disrespected. You're in a club that are selling you while they've got bigger problems. Please leave. Go to Leicester. Thrive there. Prove everyone wrong. If I was a Kepa fan, that's what I would say. I would say leave if I was a Kepa fan. But I'm a Chelsea fan. And I want this guy to stay because I know how important he is to us. And I know how shaky our other keeper is. And I know that it's not priority to sell this guy because I know there's other priorities that we need to fill. And I know there's no keeper to come and replace him. Guys, I've asked this question 1,000 times. Tell me who can come and replace Kepa. Tell me realistically in the comments who can come and replace Kepa. I'll wait. Back on De Jong though. See, I think he might stay on a lower wage. Barca are really playing it smart because it's a World Cup year. Players will get injured and tired. Therefore, exactly Barca are killing him, man. Like I can see it if I can complain, but Barcelona are killing it. Fucking hate that club. I fucking hate Jeremy. I fucking hate everyone in that club. But they're not doing it nicely, for sure. But football's not nice and pretty rainbows. But they're very disrespectful. The club for sure. They disrespect their own players. I don't know why anyone would want to go there, but the club's doing well. Yeah, De Jong is a six. De Jong can play a number of positions. Exactly, versatile. Tuchel loves that. Yes, and Kepa can play the ball at his feet. Just needs another 3 centimeters. Again, you can have a leap. You can have a jump. Mendy, he's 6'6", and he's always on the floor. Like, you don't go see, guys, Mendy's not the best saver as well. Kepa can save. I think the thing with Kepa is that he does emotion. And I've always said this. He does get emotionally driven, but I think that's changed under Lampard, under Sarri, even the start of Tuchel. He got emotionally driven, where he'll make one mistake and he'll just make the mistake for the whole game. But I think recently he's changed that, thanks to his what's his name? His side hoe, Andrea. His side hoe, guys. That's not his real missus, guys. Trust me, it's a side hoe. I'm the real one. Tuchel's shown that he doesn't trust Kepa, man. If he did, Kepa would have finished the season. 100%. I agree. That's why I said if I'm a Kepa fan, I would say get the fuck out of this club, Kepa, because you got a manager who doesn't respect you. So get out. Get out. Just get out of the club. I hope that's what I would say if I was a Kepa fan. But as a Chelsea fan, I have trust that this guy can come in. I'm gonna be criticizing Tuchel every single time he starts Mendy after he has a bad game. Like next game, if Kepa's fit, Kepa starts. I do not care. Mendy is been so bad. He's not world class. When I came out in February and I said Mendy's not a world class keeper, he's ass. But oh my god, you're a Kepa stan. You're a Kepa stan. Even now, I'm saying it 6 months later, and I'm like, I go, guys, I said it back in February. Like, but you're a Kepa stan. You're a Kepa stan. But am I wrong? Am I wrong to say Mendy is bad? He has been bad. He's a great keeper, but he has been bad. Players could tell us openly. Don't you think they're gonna come out and go, yeah, my club is? So you think Frenkie de Jong's gonna come out and go, Barcelona have not paid my wages? Why hasn't Piqué, de Jong? They haven't. This club is blackmailing their players. You guys will watch this. Mark my words. Look at what they've done. Why are they kicking out Frenkie de Jong? Why are they doing to their players? Why did they sign a contract extension to Roberto and pay his fees, but not for Frenkie de Jong? It questions, guys, and I have the theory that they're blackmailing their players. They are if you don't perform next season, I gave that example. If you do not perform next season, you are out. How they will do it? They will not pay your wages, and they'll go find a new club. Is it like Titty? I don't think his wages are even getting played. Like they're gonna force his what's their name? Minguiza, Brathwaite. Them on top by Chevy. Go find a new club. If they stay, they're not gonna get paid. We have bought a ton of keepers. Exactly. We bought Bettinelli. Like, why, man? Why? What's the point of that? We got Tobago next. We got the Tobago, man. Long time no see on the channel. I hope you are well. We got 33 people in here and we got 28 likes. Let's get to 30 likes, guys. Let's see what the next conversation is. But yeah, last thoughts on Frenkie de Jong is a player that personally we must get. We must get at all costs, man. Well, it's been 50 minutes. I didn't even realize. Next player is Wilfried Zaha, guys. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Big discussion here. I want to hear everyone's thoughts right now. Big discussion. Wilfried Zaha to Chelsea. Thoughts. Almost say that. Thoughts, guys. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to hear everyone's feelings. Guys, we are 2 likes off 30. I want everyone right now to smash that like button. Right now. Let's get the 30 likes. I would appreciate it. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna talk about Zaha until we get to 30 likes, guys. So smash the like button. Right now we got 40 people in here. What about Cristiano, guys? Ronaldo. If I don't discuss that as well, I might. If we have time, I'll probably discuss it. But Chelsea really need to sign some players. As the Don himself says, guys, we're on 28 likes. Come on, 30 likes, guys, right now. We need to
sign some players.
Sign some players. Get these players in. Wilfried Zaha, guys. This is my thoughts. I would take this guy any day. Any day. If you told me in June, would I take Wilfried Zaha? I would say no. No, I'm not taking Wilfried Zaha. No. I would have said no. I personally don't want him. Why? Because we would have been linked to better options. But we can't be choosers, guys. We're not choosers. We are not choosers. If Zaha wants to leave, I would take him. I would take him because why? Why I would take Zaha? Because we need to
sign some players.
Sign some players. We need to sign some players. And Wilfried Zaha is like this guy's not even a bad player. I think it's 35 mil 40. But Zaha I would take. Why we need guys. Our team is full of a bunch of bitches, man. Our teams are scared bitches, man. We need some aggression in our attack. We need some aggression, some leadership, some experience as well. I would take him any day of the week. I'll repeat myself. If I said this back in June, I would have said, no, personally, I don't want this guy. Because why? We have better options. But at the moment, we're linked with no one. So if Zaha wants to leave, I will take him. I will take him any day of the week. We need players. We need experienced players. It's a bit out there with Zaha, not going to lie. Zaha any day. Rather look Pedro Neto than Zaha. Fair. No, Zaha needs to stay away from great footballing ability and the top player, but his attitude lets him down, which is why top clubs haven't looked at him. I love his attitude, man. I love it. I love it. That's what you need in football. The thing is, I think we've watched too much Chelsea that we've seen. We're just soft babies, guys. This is not netball. This is football. This is not a boys' sport. It's a man's sport. And I love his aggression he puts. He won't take shit from anyone. Guendouzi, whatever his name is, that French guy. I'm loving him right now. I'm loving that guy because this guy doesn't take shit. We're a team who we have a bunch of boys. We have a bunch of scared boys. Reece James, just recently against Tavares. Reece James, there's 5 Arsenal players, guys. Now, Reece James can take all of them out one by one, any day of the week. I love Reece James. I love it. But when you have one Chelsea player with 5 Arsenal players, it's not that the player is not going to get knocked out. Like, the 5 players are going to come and attack him. It's no one supporting that one guy. And Zaha wouldn't take shit from anyone. In a controlled team like Chelsea where he can win trophies, he would be great. I need this aggression. I need this winning mentality. He's been trying to get Crystal Palace top 6 for years. He doesn't come I get sometimes, maybe some days, he's a bit, I'm better than this. I'm better than Crystal Palace. I don't need to put 100%. But you come on a team like Chelsea and a manager under Thomas Tuchel, This guy will thrive. This guy will thrive. Sign some players. Chelsea could have signed Klaus and Cornet as backup wingers and Salons. I would have taken Klaus and Cornet as backup wing backs any day of the week. Because backups doesn't really matter to me. Whoever it is, I would take it. And I think these guys will work well. But on Zaha, guys, Julian says he'll clearly take Zaha. Zaha is great, and we want that. I mean, Zaha is direct. Zaha has Kounde like aggression. I agree. That's why I love Kounde. You guys like. That's why I like Kounde. That's why. Not sure if you saw this, but Zaha scored 26 goals over the last 2 seasons. Kai and Werner scored 22 between them. I've seen that, and I agree. Like, this guy scored a lot of goals. He scored a lot of goals, and he played for a team in Crystal Palace where they, like, I'm not gonna say like they're the worst team, but they haven't been the best. Like, they're a mid-table team. I like Crystal Palace. I like watching their football. I think Vieira's done very well with them. And I've liked Zaha as a player. I've never really wanted him. I'm never like, yeah, I want this player. I want him. But because we're linked with him now, or hypothetically linked, I don't even know. Because we are linked with him, I would take him. I wouldn't have personally had this as my suggestion, as my top 1 or 2, but I would take this guy. We need someone like this. We need a 9 who can create. He can play winger. He can play striker. He's 29. I think he's gonna be 30 as well. That's great. Sterling's 27. He's turning 28. Pretty much same age. And Sterling's playing winger. And Zaha wants to win trophies, man. He can come and he can win a trophy. I would take this guy any day. You know what? The more I talk about this, the more I'm wondering to myself why I didn't want this guy earlier. I wondered to myself, why didn't we take this guy earlier? Why did not I push him more back in June? I don't know, man. This guy's I don't know why I didn't. This guy's a baller, man. He would anything's better than Werner. Anything's better than Kai Havertz. Anything's better than Cho. So I would take any of them. I would take anyone to replace them pretty much. And this guy would be perfect. Not saying not having aggression is bad, but he constantly makes drop in the pitch, and we saw last. Oh, that Tanganga, that was. I love that, man. I love that Tanganga moment. And sometimes it gets a bit lazy. I'll take him, but not as a priority. I agree. I think that wasn't my number 1. I agree with the point where that's not my number 1. That might not be your number 1, but I would take him if that's the option we get. If that's an option we can get. But that aggression is the main factor why I want him. That Tanganga, like, you gotta have that thought. Like, when you see aggression, sometimes there's the stupid aggression, and sometimes there's the I want to win aggression. Like, get the fuck out of my way. I want to fucking win, right? And Zaha has that Zaha has a very high winning mentality. I agree. Maybe sometimes he might be a bit lazy, but when you come into a team like Chelsea, when we actually have a chance of winning, and when you're not the top player, because in Crystal Palace, if you're the boss of the team, you're gonna you're going to assume you're better than everyone else. And I think he has that mentality. But you put him in a Chelsea team where he's with Thiago Silva, and he's with Koulibaly, Jorginho, like he's with other people who, are the same age as him and maybe the same kind of mentality as him, he will be in a balanced team. And I don't think he would have that I'm the best player mentality in the team. Like, he wouldn't have that cockiness to say it. And there's nothing wrong with being cocky. There's nothing wrong with like being, selfish as an attacker, but make sure you turn that output of being cocky and being selfish into goals and assists. That's what I want to say. And I think he can do that. I really think he can do that. Guys, 30 likes with 30 people in here. Let's get to 40 likes right now, guys. I'm concluding in about 15 minutes. And we've gained, guys, we're on 482 subs. Appreciate everyone that. Let's get 3 more subs as well. So like and share. Joe D. Boy, be up to you, man. Hope you're well. He says, we need to sign Skriniar. This guy's better than Kounde. Skriniar's not better than Kounde, man. Skriniar's a great player, but he's not better than Kounde. He's not better than Kounde. Be up to Yas. Good to see you again, Yas. It's Frenkie de Jong, Fofana, same accident, and we're winning the league. Fofana, I mean, you guys, if you want to hear my thoughts of Fofana, go back about 15 minutes. You guys can hear it there. African Charles says, Zaha is a ball hog. He has released his balls on time. Should he come given 2 shots style possession? Otherwise, he's a good player. His balls on time. Should he come? Oh, release the balls on time. Again, guys, if we get Zaha, will we play him on the wing or as a 9? Because I might prefer him. I don't know, because I think I might prefer him up front, because I don't even know, man. Because I don't want to put him right wing, because I don't want to see Havertz up front. And I would like to put him up front so I can see Mount next to him. But I don't know if he's the best up front. I've always known him as a winger. But I think he can play either role. Again, I'll take this guy any day of the fucking week, man. Any fucking day of the week. I really think Kounde's overrated. Even so, guys, come on. Guys, no slander to Kounde, guys. Kounde's a fucking fantastic player. He's a bowler. We missed out on him, and now we're going for options 7, 8, and 9. Kounde is a baller, man. Come on. I would take Elise, yeah. Credit, yeah. Of Mars. I would take an Elise too. Alright, let's do Werner plus 50 million for Zaha and Elise. Who's in? I'll do that. Technically paying 51 million for two players. I'll do that any day of the week. Prime Chelsea talk big up to you, man. He says, big up, man. Fofana, big good addition. Zaha, overrated for me. Don't like him. Fofana, as I said, Fofana, I had a big touch on him, but my ideal was he's way too much money for a guy who just broke his leg, and he's not the. If we're gonna pay 80 million, I would have rather paid 80 million for Delict or overpaid for Kounde and pay out his release clause. That's drop D and run a defense. And where's that stat? I think he's a very good presser as well. So for people who like pressers, I think he could. I think he could do well. I'm not sure if it was him or. I find it. Where did I see that? I'm not sure. I saw it. What's your starting lineup for the? Oh yeah, shit. I forgot to do the Udinese lineup. I'll get into that in 1 minute. I'll get into that next. Do we have any more? I think that was it for news actually. That was it for news. Yeah, all right. Oh, I mean, there was a Skriniar news thing. Skriniar is another player Chelsea know so well, but at this point, no bid to Inter and the club trying for Skriniar at PSG since a long time. PSG are pushing for Skriniar, but at the moment, Inter want no less than 70 to 60 million pounds for Skriniar. No, he's French, but he plays in the English. It's because he plays in the English league, yeah. So I'm not paying English tax. I don't care who the player is. I don't care. I'm not paying any English tax. I would have gone and paid 80 million for D League, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've said why Delic's bad. I've said why Delic's bad at a place like Juventus. This is my personal opinion, and this is why I think he's bad. I've said Delic's a player where you have to give him control, not control of the formation, but control of the team's dressing room, where he holds the arm badge and he has that confidence and comfortability, right? At Juventus, when you're surrounded by Chiellini, Bonucci, Quadrado, when Buffon was there, when you had Morata or Chesney, you have all these guys, Alexandro, like all these leaders already there. He's not gonna fit in to all the other leaders that there is. So he wasn't comfortable and he didn't have a lot of confidence because he wasn't the one controlling the dressing room. You put him in a team like Chelsea where we are developing, we have no leaders. You put him in a team like this, he would thrive. Why? Because he has control of the dressing room and his comfortability on the pitch. And he has a confidence. Because he's not going to be screaming at the back and, guys, do this, be a captain when there's already Bonucci, Chiellini, Alexandra next to him. Because he doesn't need to do that. But when you put him in a Chelsea team, when you got fucking whispers on the pitch and you need some leadership, he's going to be the one to stand up. And that's why I wanted a Didlicht. If we sign Frenkie, do you think it can help us change to back four? Frenkie in or out. I'm not playing a back four. Fuck a back four. Back four is fucking ass. I don't think we should force a back four if the manager doesn't want to play it. We saw a back four against Arsenal. Rubbish. Because we don't have a second DM to play number one. And I don't think Jorginho can play a full season as a lone DM. There's just too many problems. There's just too many problems with our just too many problems with more of our formation. Like, not formation. It's more that I think it's just depth. More in our midfield. We don't have the depth for our midfield. Maybe some depth wing back. I don't know. I would prefer a three at the back over anything, because it just fits us much more. Tuchel knows how to play it. He wants to play it. Let him play it. Taking at least, yeah, Jupe Sage. Yeah, like again, I've just explained why, he was bad. Like, doesn't do anything with Chelsea. English. Oh yeah. Just big up to you, Prime. Big up to you, Prime from Chelsea. So I'm guessing it's George behind the account right now. Big up to George. Thoughts on Ronaldo if you're going to attack? I would take him, man. I'll take Ronaldo any day of the week. If you look at our attack and you go, you don't want a Ronaldo, I don't know what to tell you, man. Ronaldo is better than any of these guys, man. I don't care. Like, Ronaldo would come in and instantly be better than anyone we have in our attack. Because Werner is fucking ass. Cho is fucking ass. Havertz is ass. I don't care what anyone fucking says. If I said this last season, I'll get absolutely battered for it. Kai Havertz is fucking ass. He needs to get physical numbers for him to even be considered for next season. Because I'm sick of it that he hasn't done any numbers. He hasn't put any numbers on the scoreboard, and he automatically thinks he's the starter for us next season. That's why we want. That's why I need competition. That's why for a Ronaldo or a Zaha, it gets him off the pitch and gets him to think, I'm not number one. I gotta thrive now. I gotta push myself. And hopefully, he fucking does that, man, because this guy is absolutely us, man. But go back to Joe D. I've said, and I say it again, De Ligt would have thrived under Chelsea and under Thomas Tuchel in particular. Why? Comfortability and confidence. That's what I want to say there. But let me get up the thing, guys. We got 30 people in here, 34 likes. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. Come on. I'm not having only 34 likes, guys. Come on. Let's get to 40 at least, guys. And I'll probably be on Chelsea perspective after this. So I'll be on there. Lewis streaming tonight. I won't be on there. So guys, you guys can see me everywhere else. You guys see me on Chelsea Fan TV, Lewis the stream, Football Terrace, Chelsea Perspective. So guys, make sure to go follow my Twitter as well in the description, so you guys are up to date with all of that good stuff. Let me just get up the thing. So we got Udinese tomorrow. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. The Serie A team. I will play a 3-4-3, and this I've already done the lineup on Sports Wise channel. I did it yesterday. We have the VJ. I did it on his channel, so I'm already putting my lineup here. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna put it up, and then I'm gonna give why I picked this lineup, guys. So, oh my god, not an eye. Fucking me, man. I'll be honest, guys. It's not a lot of thinking. To be honest with you guys, it's not a lot of thinking. We don't have any fucking players to think about who we want. Guys, smash the like button while I also do this. We got Jorginho here next to Gallagher. We got Chilwell. We got James. We've got Money. Minerals. Bro, Johnny's really got this brown envelope shit going, man. Far out. It's the Kai. Sterling. This is 98% of our best team, guys, to be honest with you. Take out Gallagher, Kovacic. That's our best team if we start the season tomorrow. But guys, give me 1 minute, guys. Look at this lineup. Give me your thoughts. All right. Now I'm going to explain, guys, why I've done this. Let me just catch up on the chat. Joy D. Let's say Joy D. I mean, Joy D. Oh, my days. I cannot wait for the start of the season. Tomorrow is the start of the English League season, and then next week the Premier League. Oh, tomorrow the Championship starts. I don't really watch Championship, but I just see pretty much. And I'm rooting for Burnley. I want Burnley back. Bring Burnley back. Justice for Burnley. Season starts in a week, and we only have signed one centre back. Haven't really replaced Rudy and AC. There's no replacement for AC. He's asked anyway. I'll say Cooley's more of a silver replacement. It's not looking good. I agree. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good because we need to get players. We need to get depth. Kounde, never mind now. Let's get Fofana. We should have got Kounde, man. It was supposed to be a done deal, but we didn't. Apparently didn't even bid. Journalists are getting it wrong, man. Journalists are getting it wrong. 90% of this is our first signing. Yeah, take out Gallagher, and that's our starting team, man. Johnny's on point with brown envelopes. Yeah, man, funny. But let me explain, guys, why I'm picking this lineup. Number one, Kepa Arrizabalaga. If he's fit, he starts. I don't give a fuck. Mendy's fucking ass, man. I'm sick of seeing Mendy in when we've got a Kepa on the bench. If Kepa's fit, he starts. Why? Because I would, number one, rest Mendy for Everton and give Kepa a chance to prove himself. Because we've seen Mendy needs to get dropped. Like if this was any other team, Mendy would have got dropped. But I don't know why Tuchel doesn't drop him. So I would start him. It's preseason. Start him. He needs to play. On the right, Chalobah. We ain't got anyone else there. Chalobah has to start. Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. It's stock standard. No one else can play there. We have to play that three. Why I pick Gallagher? Because guys, preseason is experimental. Just, yes, we're starting the season in about a week and a half. But I think we need to start experimenting Jorginho and Kovacic, Jorginho and Gallagher. I want to see a double pivot of that. I want to see how that works. If it doesn't, I just want to say it's my personal opinion on a formation. Chilwell, Reece James, stock standard, and then our best front three for the season is Mount, Havertz, Sterling. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that's our best front three. Is that three? It's us front three, man. Kepa is not that good. I still disagree with Kepa. I mean, guys, Mendy is not that good either, man. Like Mendy had 55% save rate. That was the same save rate Kepa had under Fat Frank. Guys, we need to keep the same consistency, guys. We need to keep the same consistency. Cover starts ahead of Gallagher. Yeah, I mean normally he would. Like I will cover probably half time. Concierge, I think we need to experiment with it because why? Because if he doesn't perform in a double pivot, he needs to get the fuck out then. Because where the hell is he going to play? It's not about being a good or bad player. It's about fitting the system. And Gallagher, if we play a back three and he can't play in a double pivot, and he can't play possibly up front, where is he in this team? There's no point having him in this team then. Because he can't fit in our system. It's like keeping Loftus-Cheek in our system. Loftus-Cheek does not fit our system. He might be a good player and all, but he doesn't fit our system. You know what I'm saying? So I will experiment with Gallagher, see how he does, and then maybe put him in the front three because it does not look like he will be leaving. We are just moving too slow with everything, man. Like it's the season starts in 2 weeks, and Batshuayi might be playing in a Chelsea shirt. Like we're not doing anything, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the front three, but like, yeah, no discipline. I mean, maybe next to Jorginho in a double pivot because he played in a six pivot. It's a bit different. It's more defensive. Jorginho sits a bit more back, and Thiago Silva sits more back. We don't play as much as a high-ish line. We play a bit more deep. But I want to see with our best team as well. If Mendy's in form, when is he? He was in form for 6 months. He was in form for 6 months. He was in form from February 2021 to June 2021. After the Champions League final, he went missing. Guys, Mendy is a good keeper. He's not world class. What he did in that 6 months may have been great, but it was not world class. And right now, Mendy is not good. He's not good at all. Like, tell me, if you're sitting here, we've got 30 people in here, and you're sitting here and you're saying Mendy has done good recently, I don't know what to tell you, man. Because Mendy has been shocking. I'm not saying he's a bad keeper. I'm not saying we should sell him, but we should be having a chat about him. We should be starting other people around him. Daniel says no top player wants to join Chelsea season. Something is totally wrong. It goes back to my comments, guys. It goes back to my comments. My 5 questions. Remember, there is not one answer to this of why we're not getting players. There's so many answers. And I wonder why. Why am I getting these players? What's the reason for this? I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Did you see Chelsea transfer tweet about Kounde on the cheap? Did you see Chelsea's transfers tweet about Kounde on cheap? Oh my god! Did he actually? Did they have to put him on a plane? They couldn't get a private jet for him or something. Fucking hell, man! Like, oh. So technically, we never bid it. So he was only going to go to Barcelona. It just pisses me off, man. Why would we not go for this player, man? Why the fuck piss me off, man? Be up to you, Hasnan. What would you? So what would you do? Start keep over Mendy? 100%, guys. Let me. I'm gonna bring up the player profile now, guys. You guys make me get up the player profile, guys. Please, someone in the comments, tell me. Everyone dodges the question every fucking time I answer it, guys. Under Thomas Tuchel, Kepa in goals. Name me one time he has made a mistake. Name me just one time. Because I can sit here, I can give you 15,000 times Mendy's made a fucking mistake. I'll tell you right now, Mendy cost us the Champions League. That's what he did. Because if he was Kepa in goals, he'd be off to Lazio by now. Let's look. Last season. What the fuck? These fucking ads, man. Jesus Christ. This season. 4 Premier League games, 2 goals conceded, 2 clean sheets. 6 EFLs, 4 clean sheets. Come on, 2 goals conceded. Played Zenit, 3 good goals. Villarreal, penalties. Halal, clean sheet. Palmeiras did well. Oh, I didn't play. That was on the bench. He played Spurs. Fantastic that game. City, he was great. Great shot by De Bruyne. No one was saving that. Brighton, got a draw. He played Spurs again. Another great game. Plymouth, decent game. Luton, I think he had a bad game against Luton. I'm not gonna lie. That was he got put on the same post. But other than that, Villa, Pens, Southampton's 5-1 Pens, Brentford, 2-0 win, Spurs, 2-0 win, Spurs again, 1-0 win. Then unfortunately didn't start Liverpool. So look how many times. Look at all the clean sheets here. So how can you sit here, guys, and tell me that what Kepa has done under Tuchel this season has been bad? Because I can sit here and I can look at Mendy's. I'm not going to bring up Mendy's because you guys already know. Like, I don't even bring up Mendy's. I feel everyone is jumping on the hype with Mendy was never good with his fees getting found out and teams are pressing up Zaha because he can force mistake from Mendy. He's a showstopper. Guys, people think these teams are dumb. Like, people think they see Mendy being bad on his feet and not going to counter on that. If you're bad on your feet, the manager will say, press Mendy. You think Kepa's in goals and they're going to go, oh, Kepa's in goals. Make sure to shoot top left at this exact angle. No. But if you've got a major flaw, like not being able to kick a ball, teams will press on that. Teams will take that to their advantage. They're not going to sit here and take Kepa can't save the top left goal shot to their advantage. No. Because it's not a big factor. But when you can't play on your fucking feet, teams are going to take that to their advantage and they are going to thrive. I'm not sure, but it depends if I have time. I might go in about half an hour, 45 minutes, but I'll drop the link when I end the stream. I always drop the link to the channel. It's a good friend of mine, Coach Chilaf, Chelsea Perspective. I'm going to drop the link when I end the stream. He's starting in about 5 minutes as well. So, what would prevent Barca from signing the Chelsea players now? They've hijacked 2 Chelsea signings. But which one? Which one are you talking about? I'm not sure. We're not even going for anyone for them to hijack anymore. So, the thing I worry with Kepa is during free kicks or corners, he tends to not have any dominance in his positions. Really, what do you mean like dominance? I think he controls the wall, but there may be 1 or 2 times where he can get stop shop at the top. Tielemans and De Bruyne, guys, it's the only time he's been caught with high shots. Other than that, he's done well. He done it against there's a I'm not gonna say because I don't remember the game, so I'm not gonna say a stat. But that's not a flaw. It's not a flaw. The manager goes at halftime, and manager goes, okay, guys, you see Kepa Arrizabalaga in goals. I want you guys to get a free kick at this position, at this time, and make sure the wall is... The manager's not going to say that. But if you're bad on your feet, like Mendy is, and the manager's going to say, guys, look at Mendy. Go press him. Press this team. Press. And put Mendy under pressure. And that's something that these teams are going to look at and go, fuck, you know what? Coach, you're right. This guy's garbage. We can press him. Benzema did it. Benzema's a presser. Look what Benzema did, and many lost us the Champions League. What Man did for Chelsea will forever remember the first two Champions League winner. Now another keeper did that. That's great. That's the past, guys. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like it just baffles me. I don't understand. Chelsea fans will look in the past and go, "Oh my god, look at Mendy. He did a great season for us Champions League. Yeah, great on him, right? But look at him now. Look at him now, right? But then now the same Chelsea fans will sit here and now look at Kepa's past and not look at him now. It really just shocks me. It really shocks me how Mendy, we can look at Mendy's past and applaud that, and we can somehow still applaud his performance now. But Chelsea fans somehow will look at Kepa's past and they go, "Oh, Kepa can't play in goals now because he was shit under Sarri. He was shit under Lampard." But we're under a new fucking manager, and this manager has got the best out of him. So what's your point? I've just shown you guys a stat. He's had let's total up the games. 15 games and 8 clean sheets. 8. 8 clean sheets. That's a good record. 10 goals conceded out of 15 games. Guys, that's very good. Let's look at the one where he was on the Fat Frank. 40 games, 58 conceded. Guys, that's a bad stat. That's a bad stat. That's a bad stat. We can all agree? We can all agree it's a bad stat? Let's look at Edouard Mendy's. It's not gonna be that bad, I know. But see how he's improved on it? Like, I love the stream as well. We're ending soon as well, so make sure let's get to 40 likes before we dip. Let's look at him. Let's look at Mendy this season. Plus, when we have a good defense as well. Under Fat Frank, we didn't. 34 appearances, 31 goals conceded. 40 goals conceded, and 21 clean sheets. But how the fuck does that add up? Oh, because the goals conceded. Oh, I just realized. Fuck. I just fucking. I just would have had a brain fart right there. But guys, that's not the best. Like, it's not bad, but it's not the best, right? But you look at the save percentage as well. He's had a 55 save percent. 50, like, take away stats on the goals and stuff. He's had 55 save percentage. Same thing Kepa had under Fat Frank. So let's keep it consistent. Okay, we read that. We have David. He says, why not look to unmentioned names like who? I have no idea who any of those players are. He was on the good on free kicks and corners. Even with his feet, I still prefer Mendy. Guys, he's not that bad at corners. He's not that bad at corners as people assume, guys. He's not that bad. He's improved on it. Corners, he did well. Free kicks, it's just that I think he's emotionally driven. He has flaws, but it's not as bad as not being able to kick a fucking ball. Who gave I can just use the same. Who gave us the Europa League? Kepa. Under I would say worst team. Like, Kepa got us to the EFL final. Kepa won us the Club World Cup. Kepa got us into the Carabao Cup. Like, he got us into cups. He just didn't finish the job. So why did we lose those finals? It's not bad. 10 goals in 15 games. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. For games where we also played worse defenders as well, like in the FA Cup and all that, and he still did well. Needs to be nowadays decent with their feet and good at shot stopping. Exactly, they got to be balanced, and I've always said that we got to have balance in our team. There's no balance in Mendy. He has a massive flaw where clubs or teams in a sense can take massive advantage of. Massive advantage. We get the prime Chelsea talk question. We catch up soon. Definitely, George. Appreciate that. guys, we just have to prime Chelsea talk as well. I'll be on there soon whenever George invites me, and I'll definitely get George on for a stream on here as well. Kepa is a good backup for Chelsea, and he will go nowhere. He's a good backup, but why not give him the chance to play a backup keeper? Like when we needed him, for some of the games where Mendy needed rest, he didn't play it. So guys, we have to keep it consistent. Where if we're calling Kepa a backup keeper, let him play in the backup games. I would say Kepa is a rotational keeper with Mendy. He can possibly get to the same level as Mendy. Bashway, oh no. I'm telling you, man, we are going game week 1 and not doing. We got breaking news. Breaking news, guys. 32 people in. We got breaking news, guys. Callum Hudson-Odoi is likely to leave Chelsea this summer. Nothing yet, but he is not just as seen as the same player by Thomas Tuchel and his staff. Crucial week ahead, not helped by injuries and his weight at his age of preseason. How much does he weigh? $79K. Fuck, it's actually quite big. $79K. Wow, that's actually quite fat. Oh, fuck. But that's some breaking news, guys. On sure. Let me see if there's any more breaking news now before we wrap it up. Amanda Broja has been on the Chelsea show number for new season along with Michy Batshuayi. However, the likes of Gilmore, Aaron, and Kenny remain out in the cold. Wow. So we're not giving it to an Amadou who could be used this summer, but we're giving it to a fucking Michy Batshuayi. Tuchel is keeping Michy Batshuayi. Tuchel is keeping him, man. Still, bro, he is playing, man. He is playing this summer, man. This season, I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. Vote in the poll, guys. I forgot to talk about the poll. 74%. We had 80 votes, and 74% said Fofana would join Chelsea. They want Fofana to join Chelsea, and 26% said no. And we've got 35 people watching with 34 likes. Let's get to 40 likes, guys. Come on. We can do it, guys. Easily. Come on. No way Batshuayi is getting a number. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe Batshuayi got a number. It's crazy to me. Holy shit. But we didn't give one to Ampadu. We didn't give one to Gilmore. And we didn't give one to Kennedy. Just saying about any breaking news. Oh my days. That looking like that's it, guys. I think that's all the news for today. Appreciate everyone for joining, guys. That's it. Yeah, I can't find any more news, guys. That's it for today's stream. We had a good stream. We had 8 votes in the poll. We went by pretty quick because there's just a lot of news to discuss today. So appreciate everyone for joining, guys. I'm gonna leave you for TikTok, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out, guys. So guys, like the stream on your way out, guys. Come on, like the stream on your way out. Actually, let me put the Coach Chill's link as well, guys. Go check out. We're on this channel soon, about 20 minutes. If you guys want to jump on, come join that, and I'll be there. If you guys want to still hear me for another probably 20-30 minutes, I'll probably jump on there for a little bit. And I will definitely see you guys in the stream probably Sunday, and then we restart. And the season's starting, man. Udinese tomorrow as well. If I think of my score prediction, I say 2-0, Kepa in goals, clean sheet. Let's get it. See you guys next one. Tic-tac.
Tic-tac. Tic-tac. Tic-tac. Hoy, más que